Hey, everybody, we're back. I had to run some updates on my laptop and bring it upstairs to another area of the house. The connection seems to be much better up here. It's definitely the root cause is coming from the basement. So I'm on the same floor as my router and modem. So we're good to go. We're going to start over with client number 7 due to the choppiness. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna start client number 7 at 1 minute on the nose. We only have like maybe 6 or 7, 8 at the most clients left. All right, number 7, I apologize for the choppiness. We had to relocate to make sure that this message came through clear and concise. So thank you so much for your patience. Where's your question? I just had it. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to do your reading in the same format that I did in the last live stream, from what I can remember, as far as like the questions that I started off with. So, spirit guides of love and light, you want to know, when will you go back to the paint department? I believe I asked why you went back to the other department in the first place. Why did my client go back to the former department to begin with? We got the Two of Cups. If I remember correctly, the Two of Cups came out in the Tarot of the Divine. Now I'm using vice versa. I got tarot decks on all 3 floors of my house. So anywhere I'm at, when we need to whip the cards out, whether it's family, friends, wherever I'm at, if I want to work somewhere, I got the cards already on the floor I'm on. So I digress. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. They couldn't afford to keep you. They could not afford to keep you in regards to the fiscal budget, or just not being able to cover the hours, not being able to pay you consistently. They plan on bringing you back. The Two of Cups lets me know that they enjoyed their time with you. They had a great relationship with you. Your work chemistry was good. You were pleasant to be around. They just couldn't afford to keep you. They just could not afford to keep you. And you're looking, this 10 of Wands represents you, number 7, because this 10 of Wands depicts a laborer carrying 10 wands, heavy as hell, on his back. This is back-breaking work. And that statue that you see behind him, is him. It's actually him. So this depicts that you want compensation, recognition, and more money for the work that you do, the back-breaking work that you do. But usually the employees are not the ones that are honored, at places of employment. So for example, I live in Detroit, well, outside of Detroit. I'm from Detroit. But Detroit was known for the big 3: Ford, Chrysler, and what's the other one? GM. And you will see, when it comes to Ford Motor Company in particular, you will see pictures and statues of Henry Ford, because he's the founder of the company. But you won't see statues like this of the laborers, not even corporate, like not even the leadership. You get what I'm saying? And I think that they want to compensate you for your work, but they just can't. And the money and recognition and advancement that you was thinking that you was hoping to get from the paint department, I don't know if that's going to happen at this time, because they can barely afford to keep you as, entry level or whatever they was paying you. They can barely afford to pay whatever they was had already agreed to pay you, let alone promote you. But when they retrieve or renew their fiscal budget, they plan on bringing you back as needed. Let me see. Tell me, sudden wealth. Okay. Occupation, distant horizon. Keep it in reverse. No, yeah. Okay. All right. So they plan on calling you back. They plan on calling you back. I don't know when, but they do plan on calling you back whenever they have the funds to pay you. The issue is payment. The issue is the budget. They don't have the money to pay you. So, can you give me a time frame, spirit guides of love and light, on when my client is going back to the paint department? High honor, official person, coffin, adjudication. It's May. It's the end of May. If it doesn't happen between July and August, it's going to happen sometime next year at the earliest Aquarius season. That's what I'm seeing. But they're keeping you in mind. You're like at the top of the list to bring back with occupation and distant horizon in reverse. If distant horizon was upright, I would be like, yeah, I don't know. They might, not want to work with you or work with you as frequent, if not at all. But with distant horizon in reverse, they're trying to bring you back sooner rather than later. For sure. In the meantime, what does my client need to know about working in the current department that she's in while she waits to go back to the paint department? Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Six of Swords. You don't want to be there. It seems like you're a lone wolf that doesn't work well with at least three people. It could be a clique. It could be a clique, like a clique of three little tackhead hoes that you get into it with in the department that you're currently in, but they're a group. They usually work together, irritate you and everybody else together, eat lunch together, all of that. With the Six of Swords here, don't get settled into that department that you're currently in. The thing about the Six of Swords, it's about you moving to calmer waters, moving from a toxic, unstable situation to a more calm and stable situation. and the woman on the boat is holding the Ace of Cups. So you're going to move away from this environment to a more peaceful, emotional fulfilling and stable environment. So you're not going to stay here long. And again, it's giving me the Aquarius energy. I told you in your previous spread that if they didn't call you back between July and August of this year, you likely gonna stay in your current department until around Aquarius season. And here we are with the Aquarius of the Six of Swords. So it's looking like you may have to tough it out until like February of next year. Man, 2025 went so fast, and we already in the middle of 2026. So 2027, that shit'll be Halloween will be here so damn quick. I know that's not what you want to hear, but Halloween will be here so quick. And then New Year's and February is right around the corner. It's not that long. So what advice do you have for my client in the meantime? Because she obviously does not want to be where she is. Halloween is your birthday? Awesome. We'll take that as confirmation and a sign that I'm connecting with you. The energy is energying, and you're going to be all right. All right. What advice do you have for my client while she waits to go back to her department? Oh. Huh. 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Make it all about the money. Ignore the other people. It seems like you're not going to have as many problems as you had in the past this go around. I think you'll be okay this go around. And if you really hyper focus on your work at this other department, you likely to get a raise. You're likely to get a raise. And you may have an opportunity to go to another department outside the paint department that'll help you keep that pay rate when you get the raise. Good job. So it looks like another door will be opening up for you while you wait for the paint department to take you back. So, keep your head up. You'll be all right. What's going on with my mouse? I feel slow as hell. All right. There you go. Thank you so much for booking with me. And you have a good day. Bye. Let me reach out to another client. I think I missed someone. I need to give them their number and and just make sure that I've consulted. Oh, okay, I did. Okay. Okay. I think we're good now. Hold on, I need to respond to a client. When I'm channeling and y'all send me updates about what I might have channeled during your reading, I just want to make sure while it's kind of fresh and if I did your reading like at least in the last like day or so, I just want to follow up so I don't miss anything if I delay my reply. Um, I'm almost done. I just need to look this up for a client of mine. I don't like leaving y'all in the dark about shit. Okay. The bitch smirked and would cover it up. Yeah. I don't like picking up on energy like that, but it is what it is. It's better that you know and move accordingly. Some people just don't like hearing negative energy and they be like, oh, you a reader, you negative, bitch, you talking about your life. You don't know me. Yes, I do. And it just, I'm glad that you open minded, you accept stuff for what it is, deal with it, and keep it moving. That's the best thing you can do. Yep, that bitch is messy. Okay, now that I'm done replying to everybody, I can go to number 8. I think we got like 14 clients today, so we almost done. I don't plan to be here longer than an hour. I want to take a nap. I gotta go to Sam's Club or Costco and get some Lysol washing detergent. I like to mix that in with a liquid detergent when I'm washing like towels and stuff. I don't know about y'all, but I don't hold on to face cloths. I throw them bitches away after 1 or 2 uses because when you use it over and over again, the dirt just clog up to a point where no type of technology is going to wash all that shit out completely, in my opinion. And I'm the type of person, when I focus in on stuff, I see it all day for the next week in my head. I can manifest stuff quick. And I don't want to manifest turds. I don't want to manifest dirty, funky rags. The smell will like sit with me, even if I clean the area twice, wear gloves, use the strongest chemicals, because the way my mind works. I'm really being intimate with y'all and don't laugh, but I'm serious. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I have to have shit under control for my mental health. Shit. All right. Okay. It makes me feel good about myself when I use the Lysol disinfectant with the liquid detergent, use hot, depending on the colors and stuff or what I'm washing. Usually, I don't get towels that bleed yellow, white, light blue, towels like that. I do have black towels in women, you understand why. But um, I like to use hot water and put it on the extra rinse cycle because you got to make sure it's all the way out. Uh, I wouldn't throw away drying towels a lot, but wash rags, oh, them bitches get thrown away like every like first or second use. And sometimes I'll convert them into a utility cloth. And after that, getting tossed in the trash. Mm-mm. I do. I do like loofahs, but I like washcloths better because the brisk of the cloth when it lathers up with the soap. I'm addicted to goat milk soap. I shop at Ross, Marshalls, Home Goods, and TJ Maxx to get my soap. Goat milk soap is the bomb. I was just at Whole Foods, not Whole Foods, Home Goods, and I found like a 10 pack for $10. I was happy as hell. That shit like $5 to $6 a bar. And you lucky if you can get like a 3 pack, but it's so good for your skin. It cleans you very well. It lathers up so nicely. It moisturizes your skin. Yeah. And I use a brush to get my back. I used to like loofahs and I still do use them. It depends on how pretty the loofah is. But really, all I need is a nice, coarse, soft but coarse kind of wash rag and some goat milk soap. The goat milk body wash, the lotion. I even got what I call a P. Diddy special. I bought 3 small, well, the glass bottles about this tall. I got a 3 pack from off Amazon. I had this big bottle of lavender scented Johnson baby oil, and I just filled the bottles up with that, and I got a spray. And it listen, I work too much to be this beauty lifestyle influencer that's in the mirror patting her shit down and rolling her hair up and just glistening. I'm tired. After I wash my ass and get out the shower, I'm not trying to be spraying lotion and gotta get back here and can't get that, gotta get that cheek behind the thigh. I got some big ass thighs. So it's better for me, it's quicker and it get the job done when I can just spray my little baby oil with the bottles. That's it. Spray. That's it. Spray the booty. That's it. One thigh, another thigh, and I'm done. 3 minutes. If I try to like skeet lotion and shit, I'm gonna be all day rubbing that shit in. I can't do it. I don't have the patience for that shit. Give me some stuff that absorb really good. What the lotion that I do like to use is a particular goat milk lotion that TJ Maxx has, and it's a brand called La Roche Posay that has really good hydrating lotion. Yeah, be late for work rubbing lotion in. Yeah. Now, Jergens and I think Nivea have this shower lotion that's really good, but you better have like a little pole or something to hold on to, because you likely to slip and fall and break your ass. I've done it a million times. And after, fucking my left side up 11 times, trying to, be proactive and save time, wash up, soap, 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 then do one layer of body wash, and then, follow up with the lotion, the shower lotion. The moment I lean, okay, the moment I get to this part where I'm trying to like get my leg and my foot, my shit get off balance and flip, flip, boom, I'll fall, because this foot that I'm putting all the weight on beating slid, because now the bottom of the fucking tub is slippery. And I didn't fuck myself up. Fuck y'all for laughing. Yeah. When you bust your ass enough times, after doing that, you be like, fuck it. Sometimes I be like, fuck the baby oil too. I'm not putting nothing on. I don't care. That's why I do the goat milk soap. Because it does like leave my skin moist on them days where I just don't have it in my heart to put on no damn lotion. And I say, fuck baby oil too. I work from home, so I just put on the heating pad. I got CBD cream. I just slather that shit on and keep it moving. I barely miss work. All right, I'm so sorry I talk too damn much. Okay. Protection spell. Did I not email her? I'm gonna mark this as unread just to make sure I follow up. Okay. Okay, let's get started. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Client number 8. Avocado oil is nice for your hair and your skin, and it's good to cook with. P. Tompkins, that's so what? I'm cheap too. I told you. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross. Yeah, olive oil can do the job too. Shit, if all else fail, olive oil will work. You just gotta ration it out in moderation. Olive oil will work too. But olive oil, if you're gonna use it on your hair, you need to use it only like in the wintertime when your skin absorbs moisture and dries out a lot. In the summertime and in warmer climates, grapeseed oil and avocado oil is better. Okay, I digress because people waiting on their reasons. I'm sorry. All right, number 8, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. So, training on a new skill you need to have to master to bring your family out of. Okay, gotcha. What do you need to do to overcome? What do you need to overcome to excel at the skill? Oh, okay, so it's finances. Gotcha. Okay. What do you need to overcome to excel at the skill? Investing. You're getting into a avenue of investing. Okay. Spirit guides, so love and light. What does my client need to do? And what does my client need to overcome? And if they need to do something, what it is that they need to do to be successful with the financial investment plan they have in place. Hmm. With the knowledge base and expertise that you currently have, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. You won't make much money. What you're doing is not so much of an investment, but in fact, a gamble. And in order to gamble successfully and make the right calls, you have to understand the market better and how money moves in that market by studying the companies and what's going on in the world of that, environment. Right now, you have death, the back of the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. They're telling you not to put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to this avenue. You have the right mindset when it comes to your intentions, making it out of a situation, gaining financial wealth, financial stability, health, financial freedom. Your heart and your mindset is in the right place when it comes to that aspect. But as far as using this avenue to get there, tricky. You're going to take more losses than wins. It's just not a safe environment. Let me pull some more cards. I'm using a vice versa tarot deck with this spread. Now I'm using the Kipper deck to get more. Tell me more about what can my client do what can my client overcome? What does she need to overcome to be successful in this skill trade? Message, journey, that's learning, that's communicating, that's building relationships with people that are successful, even investing in certain knowledge bases, classes and things like that. You got journey and message, that's about learning. Courthouse, understanding certain laws and policies, because when it comes to like that type of business, a company could go through something legally or have some type of dispute, and it can either make or break their value. And when it comes to that line of work, you got to know where to place your bet, where to gamble, what to predict. That's why they call it a gamble. For example, they say there's a saying that says stocks are investments, but stock options, that's gambling. Because you got to be spot on with your predictions and where you put your money at in order to be successful. So this is a very tricky, very highly risky game, but with high risk, high reward. And the companies or the investments that you're interested in, you need to look up what's going on with the legalities, um, what what other businesses that they're working with, communicating with, what's their next plan. That will help you make an educated guess on how to move forward with the investment. So you got to study your ass off. If you were to just say, yeah, I'm going to do options right now, or I'm going to do this right now, you'll lose a lot of damn money. You got a lot to learn. So it's not about you overcoming anything. Your mind is in the right place. You're thinking like a boss, number 8. And I applaud you for that. But you got to have more than ambition when it comes to this particular source of income earning. You got to do your research. Where can she start? It's not only the studying though, it's the studying and applying what you've learned. And over time you'll gain the knowledge and experience, and it'll be like how I am as a tarot reader, how I am with my intuition. It just come to you. It'll come natural, but you gotta, get there first. Are you on the right path? Yes. Are you ready to start getting involved hardcore? Hell no. So take your time and don't overload yourself with information. I'm hearing worksheets. Use worksheets and case studies as a way to like at least get your mind thinking in the right scenarios and processes on how to like make choices in that field. Let's see what card this is. Mature woman. It's not so much of the card, number 8. Look up top. Look at the number. What number does it say? 6, right? 6 is Virgo. 6th house is repetition, perfection. It's mastering. It's doing something every day consistently. Virgos are perfectionists. They're good at whatever it is that they set their mind to. I raised one. She upstairs. I'm telling you. So it's about studying, doing something consistently. If you not only studying, but just different aspects of the skill, the craft itself is going to further prepare you. Yeah, it's going to further prepare you. Privileged lady at the bottom of the deck and what you don't see coming. So when you do score big, you're not going to see it coming. This will be a marathon, not a sprint. So what's the advice though? What's the advice to close her reading out? You old as fuck. I'm old as fuck too. So your advice is the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Tower, along with the King of Pentacles. The business is cutthroat. You're going to have a lot of snakes, a lot of people that test your knowledge and try to scam you in that field. Be careful with who you work with. Deal with people that are respected and have a track record of doing business in an honorable way. Because there's deception with who you invest with, who you decide to do the options with, all of that. Yeah. And you see this mask on the Tower? Ask God to give you discernment and to help you understand the business better through prayer and meditation. The good news is the 9 of Cups. This is a wish card. This is a yes card to like a wish coming true. So over time, you'll become better with it. You want to be slow and steady and not try to get rich quick, because you'll go broke and it'll unmotivate you to keep going before you actually see your work pay off. So you have the potential to be successful in this business, but it's going to take some time. And when I say some time, I mean years before you really get comfortable in doing it for real. But it's worth it. Once you got it, you unstoppable and unfuckwithable. So it's worth it. Okay, That's what I have. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me. And you have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Oh, he does? Your coaches say trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Yep. So that's your confirmation right there. See what I'm saying? I hate that too. Don't get me started. Ugh. Don't get me started on that. It is manipulated though. But I'm not. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself about the other stuff I want to say. He getting rich off the country, but okay, whatever. I digress. They got his meat down their throat so much. If I say something crazy, I might get, you know, there may be repercussions. So, uh-oh. Let me see. I can only take one more client and then I'm done for today. I want to rest and come back so I can work on the membership readings. So I don't want to be doing this for a long time because I'll be tired. Okay. Let's go to client number 9. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we on client number 9. All right, number 9. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your one question reading. So, you want to know if you made the right decision moving to where you moved. I don't want to say the actual state out loud because it's nobody business, but you want to know if you made the right decision moving there. Mm, okay. Let's see. I'm sorry you going through that. Let's find out. Did my client make the best decision moving to where they just moved to? Given the circumstances and what has already happened, did my client number 9 make the right decision moving? All of a sudden, the hair around my neck started to irritate me. So you must be irritated and frustrated. I'm sorry. Okay. Ace of Swords, the back of the Knight of Wands, the back of the Knight of Cups, the back of the World, and the back of the Page of Swords. Why is the World in reverse? Because it could be alluding to you going back to where you just moved from. Six of Coins, Five of Wands, Ten of Swords. Okay. All right. So what you are currently going through now is as worse as it's gonna get. So at this point, things are about to start improving. You got the Ace of Swords here. That's a card of clarity, knowledge, opportunity, and victory, as well as success. So you hit a rough spot. When are things turning around for my client? The Four of Coins, the Ten of Wands. That's giving like Capricorn. That's like December. The Sun, the back of the Chariot, and the King of Coins. It's looking like the end of the year. It's going to be struggle, and better opportunities is coming around the holidays, like after Thanksgiving, before Christmas type of timeline. You got to be looking for it, because you got the back of the Chariot, which talks about an opportunity with the potential of it being missed if you're not actively like working towards it or looking for it. But the good news is the Sun is here. So your situation is a bit tricky, but not so much. You have to stay online, applying for jobs, looking for opportunities. An opportunity will come around the holidays at the end of this year. And it's like first come, first serve. So you have to, and it's very hard to motivate yourself to be actively looking when things are not going your way. I understand that. And it may be a period of you going through burdens with the Ten of Wands and needing to like save every penny and stretch every dollar with the Four of Pentacles. That's if you decide to stay there. You'll turn around and be very stable. Your last card is the King of Pentacles. So things will work out. It's going to be a rough few months before that time comes, though. Okay. Tell me more. Should my client, what would be okay, how would things go if she was to go back to where she just came from and move back there? Really no different. So you would, be in a tight situation if you move back too. You got despair. The interesting thing is, based off your backstory, what does that say? You see that not hiring sound on the back, not hiring sign at the back of that card? See what I'm saying? So it'll be a drought when it comes to jobs there too. So it's kind of like you better off thugging it out where you are and waiting for another opportunity. Like, what can she do in the meantime? What's your advice? Main female, courthouse, and message. They're advising you to get on government assistance until a better opportunity comes. It'll help you with food and keeping your lights and stuff on. They have like vouchers and different things that the state and local government offer their residents when they go through hard times. They want you to take advantage of those services in the meantime. Non-profit organizations. Yeah, I know it's not what you want to hear, but in the meantime, they want you to, get help from the government. What advice and message of encouragement do you have for my client while she navigates through this cycle into a better one? Hermit, Temperance, Three of Swords, King of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Four of Swords. You're going to be on a tight budget until that time comes. Continue getting whatever benefits that you can from the government. You're not going to be happy. Things are not going to start looking up for you until like the end of the year, December. I'm not really getting anything else, as far as like additional info is concerned. Yeah, your cards honestly are not that good. This summer, this fall, you're going to be on a tight budget. But you'll have food and insurance and different things like that if you get government assistance. But as far as like doing what you want to do with a full-time job and living how you want to live, in that aspect is going to be frustrating. But it's only going to last for a few months. Let me see if I can get anything else for you. I know that's a tough one to hear. Marriage and family room. Another alternative that you can take is getting contract work and bouncing from contract to contract if you don't want to, accept government assistance or shacking up with a family member for a few months. Those are your other alternatives. But that's what I have. I'm sorry, but it's really not that bad. It's irritating for sure. Because anybody that's independent and used to getting up, taking care of their business, don't like when they're forced to be stagnant like this. But the good news is it's only for a few months. Yep. So thank you so much for booking with me. I wish you the best, sincerely. And you have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. All right, I'm going to go ahead and officially close out the reading, the segment, and stop at my 15th client. I got to eat something and finish cleaning up. I got to go to Sam's Club too. I'm probably going to miss it. I need some Lysol, so I probably go to like Walmart or somewhere and get it from there. I like to get the big bottle though. My allergies are starting to bother me. Oh, God. Mm. Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to get my allergy cream. And get my power cord. So just to give you guys an update, we have 6 more clients. We've just finished up with client number 9, and we have to wrap it up with clients 10 through 16. We'll be done. Give me 1 second. Let me get my power cord and my allergy cream. All right. How y'all doing? We're back. I had to go get my allergy cream for my nose, my cradle for my microphones, and most importantly, the power cord to my laptop because it was about to die. Okay, this may be the setup for a few days. Um, okay, let's get started on client number 10. Before I do so, I need to let everybody know we are now closed. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty boring in here. I have a kitchen and a kitchenette. We're in the kitchenette area. It's nothing but a table, a deep freezer, and food around. Yeah, because I shop at Sam's Club. I buy stuff by the bulk. Okay. And when I say Sam's Club, I really be talking about Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's, whatever the fuck I feel like going at the time. I got all the memberships. Okay, number 10, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. You want to know, would a city in Georgia be the best move? Will a city in Georgia be best for you to move to this summer? I know what city it is, but everybody else don't need to know. I say things in a way to protect the privacy. So would a said city in Georgia be best for you to move to this summer? Okay. Will the city in question be the best? Will the city in question be best for my client to move to? I got some good cards for you, number 10. So I got expectation, judication, and sudden wealth. Are you trying to start a business? Are you trying to like rebuild your life? It looks like a good place for you. I do have a concern though. It's with judication. It's the judication card that makes me a little concerned. I'm going to clarify it right now. Why is judication here for my client as it pertains to her moving to said city in Georgia? Message of concern and concern. It has something to do with the laws. Yeah, it got something to do with the laws or protocol, rules that you may listen, man. I'm not judging, but whatever you decide to do, whether it's legal or not, the money is there. The only thing is understanding the laws. Understanding the laws The culture is different down there, and the laws are different in comparison to where you currently reside, you know? And you need to understand the laws of the land there, because you are at risk of getting arrested or having some type of dispute with the legal system when you go down there, unless you get a better understanding of the culture and the laws and just how they do stuff. I hope that's making sense. Clarify expectation. Clarify expectation for my client, please. Distant horizon. So yeah, they're basically saying that for you, in whatever line of work that you're doing, you would fit, you would fit in down there. You would be stable, but you need to be careful with the laws of the land. Let me see why it's sudden wealth here. Child, this would be a new field for you. Where the money comes from. So I'm just going to tell you something. There's a plot twist when it comes to you if you were to move to, that city. You may start off or have the intentions of working in one industry and end up getting involved in a whole nother industry that puts you into the eyes of the legality system, the law, or creates a situation or environment that you'll be likely to have like run-ins with the law. It is interesting, yeah. You may go down there for one thing for work and end up doing something else, and you got to be careful with how you do paperwork or handle your job to avoid issues with the police or the government. Yeah. I'm gonna go and use the vice versa tarot and put the Kipper deck to rest. Let's see. We're gonna figure out what it is. Don't worry about it. Cause I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm intuitive as hell. And right now I am having a WTF moment. I don't know what the hell. Are you selling drugs? Are you getting into, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Would moving to said city in Georgia be good for my client? Page of Coins, Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Yeah. The Magician. The Hermit. Okay. Hold on. The Hermit. These are very spiritual cards. Temperance is a spiritual card too. The Four of Wands and the Magician side of the Wheel of Fortune. You got the Magician here twice. You're esoteric in some way. The Magician is here. The Magician is here. On the Wheel of Fortune, I'm using vice versa tarot. This is one side of the Wheel of Fortune, but you got this side of the Wheel of Fortune. You got this side of the Magician. You got the Hermit, the Four of Wands, Temperance, Page of Pentacles. You got a card in vice versa tarot called the Two of Pentacles. But the interesting thing, see, vice versa tarot is not like traditional tarot. The meanings are pretty much different to some degree, particularly the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to show you something. I think we're getting on to something. The Two of Pentacles not only talks about you doing two things at once, like maybe having two jobs, going to school and working a 9 to 5 and having a side hustle. But this card also talks about you standing out for your work. There's a balcony. Look up here. Look up here. You see those people on the balcony? This person here represents you doing your thing, working, juggling, whatever talent that you have. The people up top on the balcony represent people that is on a higher level than you, but are interested in you and want to work with you and help you reach their level or higher, another level, to help you evolve. And I think I know what the legal stuff means now. When you move, if you decide to move to said city and said state, you are destined to be a 9 to 5er and entrepreneur. You will then transition into full-time entrepreneurship at some point. The legality part from the Kipper deck talks about you getting things set up properly on the business side. You're meant to be a business owner, and you're likely are going to do something esoteric, such as tarot, spiritual work, runes, some type of, yeah. With this Page of Pentacles, you're going to start off small, but over time, people are going to know more and more about you. I don't know if you are thinking about doing something brick and mortar, or if you want to be more of an online presence, but whatever it is that you're going to do, you're real good with the other things too. Something about you is very spiritual with the Magician here twice. Yeah, you're one of those, honey. You're one of us. It seems like you're one of us. I get it now. So you may be very up to par when it comes to your gifts, your expertise, and what you'll be doing to earn a really good income. But they want you to get more savvy and knowledgeable about the business part of it. The business, the legal part, the paperwork part, the registration part, staying in compliance part. And you may end up expanding. Like you may do something, you may do one or two things. Like, for example, some readers like me just read. They just channel stuff, they predict stuff, they read the cards, they channel messages and keep it moving, and that's it. But then we got those other ones that not only do those things that I just mentioned, but they do spiritual works, they do cleansing, they remove negative energy, they do protection rituals, they do alchemy in different forms. Yeah. You're going to be one of those, dear. You may start off doing one thing, and you're going to evolve into doing all kind of shit for people. Energy cleansing, breaking spells, maybe even doing spiritual work of some kind. That's up to you. The Magician is not here twice for no reason. You are one of us. You are one of us. And you're damn good at what you do, or will be. Yeah. Yep. The Four of Wands represents stability, but you're going to have to get on a schedule and have good work-life balance. The only negative card that you have is the Back of Temperance. The Back of Temperance and vice versa tarot is like Temperance in reverse, disproportion, struggling with work-life balance, doing too little of one thing, doing too much of another. You have to commit to a schedule. Between 9 and 10, you need to know what you're doing. Take a break between 11 and 12. Between 12 and 2, you need to be doing whatever else you got to do. Something like that. That's how you're going to stay organized. Stay organized and stay consistent. I get a lot of spiritual energy from you. Before I let you go, I gotta pull some cards from the Patakis of the Orisha. One of my favorite decks. Let's see. Okay. Okay. What would you like for my client to know? Not only about the location she wants to move to, but her spiritual gifts. Something is spiritual here. Hold on. Sit up straight. Okay. But yeah, what would you like for her to know? Spirit, speak to her through me so she walk away from this reading understanding the assignment and the guidance that you have for her. The Hierophant and Justice. You spiritual than a motherfucker. And the universe is already like, do you know them people? The Lovers. Woo! All three major arcanas. Yeah, you work with the spirits. Who you think you playing with? You one of us. That mean I'm one of you. You think I wasn't gonna pick up on it? You gotta be. You you gotta be. Justice, the Hierophant, and the Lovers. You keep getting major arcanas. I love it though. I love it. Let's go. Okay, let's start off with Justice. I forgot. I haven't used this card in a long time, this deck in a long time. But Justice in the Patakis of the Orisha deck is about legal issues. Remember when I was confused as hell about courthouse and concerned and message of concern coming out in your reading? I'm like, what the hell are you going to be doing that's going to have you so uptight and needing to stay in compliance with the law like that? I thought you was doing something illegal, but you really got to understand if it's not anything illegal, it's got to be something spiritual. And regardless if it was cutting wabbits for whatever a living, you got to understand the laws of the land from a business perspective when you move down there. This is the fourth card that's talked about legal issues. You really got to be on point with that. The Justice card can be a card of legal issues. It's certainly a card where actions and decisions are being evaluated. Yeah, it's talking about the paperwork. Yeah, you gotta, yeah. When this card shows up, number 10, it is important to know what agreements you are living up to and which ones you are not. It is important for the person getting this reading, which is you, to be honest with yourself to avoid trouble down the road. You don't be paying your taxes and shit, do you? I'm just saying. What else could it be? I'm just saying, like, it's something along those lines. But listen, it says, you got to be honest with yourself to avoid trouble down the road. If the person is involved in contracts or deals, it is crucial for them to have a lawyer involved as protection from others' malice. You gonna really, if you are spiritual, God bless you, because you gonna be around a place that's gonna be fast living, hustle bustle, everybody trying to get money, but it's gonna be a lot of scamming and deception too. So paperwork is very important. You're going to have people coming towards you in that city, like, hey, I know what you're trying to do. You go to energy, ooka ooka, whatever, because that's how people judge us when we spiritual. They think that certain noises and different movements and different pieces of jewelry and clothes like define us, but they're gonna try to catch you up. They're gonna try to catch you off guard and scam you. It's not only with the business paperwork from the legal side, it's about you dealing with scammers that got issues with the legalities that can put you in a situation where you'll have issues with the legalities too. You got to use your discernment. Keep your relationship with the Most High and your spirit guide so that your intuition and discernment is on point at all times, because you are going to a land of opportunity, but you going to a land of opportunity to get scammed and fucked over too. All right. Though the Orisha won't punish people for breaking rules they did not know about, people certainly will. I'm going to repeat this because this message is coming out in every damn deck for a reason. Justice came out in this deck. Courthouse and Concern came out in the Kipper deck. Patakis of the Orisha, Justice have come again. When this card shows up, it is important to know what agreements you may be living up to and which ones you are not. It is important for the person getting this reading to be honest with themselves to avoid trouble down the road. If the person is involved in contracts or deals, it is crucial to have a lawyer involved as protection from others' malice. Though the Orishas won't punish people for breaking rules they did not know about, people certainly will. It is important to make sure you are well informed about your obligations when this card shows up. Rules you don't know about still apply. Rules you don't know about still apply. Rules you don't know about still apply and may cost you a lot in the long run. Card talks about legal issues, problems with contracts. Clear agreements are required for relationships to work. The truth will surface for better or for worse. Your takeaway advice from this card is to do not be afraid to judge what you see in others. So your intuition may tell you some crazy shit, and you better believe it because it's true. Regardless of how crazy it is, it's true. Take it as advice, politely decline, and get away from that scamming ass person that just tried to mess you over that the spirits protected you from. Seek justice only if you are in the right, and ask your spirit guides for help. If you have a connection with Obatala, the Orisha, reach out for him. He'll help you. The Hierophant and Justice is very similar too. We about to do that card too. About to read that card too. Okay. The Hierophant talks about this person seeks to be wise and have great spiritual skill. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew you knew them people, number 10. You know them, don't you? I knew it. I knew it. If you wasn't selling dope or like into sex work, you was doing something spiritual. And it seems like it's more so spiritual. And there's going to be spiritual scammers down there that act like they resonate with you, and they're going to present themselves as being high and mighty and the standard for success down there when they barely got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. They struggling trying to hit the next lick. So, okay. This person seeks to be wise and have great spiritual skill. They certainly have potential. How they handle their relationships with those who own the mysteries they want access to will determine a lot. That's a mouthful right there. Didn't I just say be consistent in your relationships with your spirit guides? Because not only, will it protect you from scamming, danger, it'll help evolve you into the success that you want and to be the spiritually strong and skilled reader or spiritualist that you want to be, or maybe already are. But even those that are very talented, there's things that they have to do to maintain that type of wisdom and skill set and talent. Okay. This card is said to represent institutions also. In the modern age, large companies and government agencies, government is coming up. Government agencies often play more of a role in people's lives than the church. Such institutions can dispense help and support or withhold it. Though navigating these is in theory as simple as following the rules are often contradictory and impossible. So it talks about people basically saying, do as I say and not as I do, understanding the rules, understanding the laws, and covering yourself. Return to studies, large organizations which we must work to find our way through. Sexism as an obstacle to progress. People who will take what you have if given the chance. This card says people who will take what you have if given the chance. These messages are repetitive. Okay? They're warning you. Don't get caught up in the success and the potential, because you can have that, but you got to have street smarts. You need more than book smarts. And you need more than book smarts and expertise in your skill set to survive there and to thrive there. You need to have a good common sense and good street smarts. A goal which requires a lot of sacrifice and keeping your ego in check. They want you to divine, study, be honest and above reproach, and stay in connection with your spirit guides. Yep, the Hierophant is about order. Well, that's one of the things it's about. All right, so the Lover's card is your last card for advice, and this is going to give you some good game. This Lover's card is about Oshun going to a town to help this king kick certain people out of the town. At first, the king sent Ogun. Then they sent Oya. And they both ran the Orishas out of the town. These people was violent. They was not going at all. So Oshun is not a fighter, okay? She is a lover. She's beautiful. She can cook. She can play instruments. She could sing. She don't fight. Oya is who you call for to slide on somebody. But anyway, Oshun said, I can give it a try. She went to the town and used her instrument and her voice. And the angry people that the other Orishas could not get out of the town take liking to Oshun's voice, the way she swayed her body to the instrument she was playing, and the way she was singing, and they followed her out of the town. And not only did the king get his request fulfilled by getting the people out of his town, Oshun was able to convert those same people into loyal followers of her. You see how she solved the problem, but also turned it into a victory of her own at the same time? And she used charm. She used charm, she used her wit, and she used her, her gifts to sway the people into doing what she wanted them to do. And they became loyal followers of her. You can do the same thing. Your charm. So having street smarts, book smarts, and charm is going to help you thrive in that city and state that you want to move to. You got to be a vibe. You can't just be like everybody else doing what you do. You got to be a vibe, but you can't be slow and let people play with you and fuck you over. You got to understand the business part. You got to understand the paperwork. But your charm and your intellect, along with your gifts, people will be like eating out of your hand. That's what they want you to do. I'm going to read the card now. When this is a card where we need to be clear about what we want. We can not suppose that others know what we need or how to go about getting it. We cannot rely on traditional roles either. We cannot rely on traditional roles either. It may be that only through divination is the way forward known, but it is also important to not fight. Confrontation won't win the day when this card shows up. Charm will. Yeah. And you got to be able to understand and see through people. This card talks about others that show off but unable to deliver. I literally just said that when I was channeling. I said it's people that's going to be reaching out to you. I can help you with this, and they're going to look like they had a life all together, but they don't even have a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of. Just trying to scam you, you know? When you succeed, everything will be yours. Others are showing off but unable to deliver. The person's attitude is interfering with getting what they want. Lots of bad advice and unclear path. They want you as advice to go for divination often. Do not listen to braggers. Perhaps talk to Oshun or your trusted spirit guide, and don't be disrespectful, especially not to women. You may have to stroke a few people's egos. It's called finesse. But yeah, stroking people's ego with kindness. People love to be praised and, oh, yes, that's so wonderful how you do that. I would love to learn, or I would love to get more information. Oh, you do now. Oh, okay. Well, since I was a little girl, and you might have to hear some bullshit, but use your discernment to pick through the bullshit to get the information that you need. It's about networking, street smarts, understanding the business side, the network side, paperwork side, using charm and wit, all of that. Yeah. It's like moving to a city like New York City. It's a beautiful place to live if you can make it there. But man, everybody's trying to make it. And some people will do things in a righteous way, and other people don't give a fuck and will scam, lie, cheat, steal, and do whatever it is that they got to do to make it. That's like a place you going to. It's not all bad, but there is a blueprint on how to make it, and they just gave it to you. All right, thank you so much for booking with me. God bless you. I wish the best for you. Have a good weekend too. Bye. Hmm. I never did give you a number. Let me give you one now. Okay, 11. Client number 11. Here we are. All right, number 11. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your one question reading. A recruiter messaged you about an available position. You did not get selected for the role. I'm sorry. Probably was a blessing. You like your current job, but you want more pay. There's a program 2 hours from where you live that includes positions with blah, blah, blah company. You want to know, should you apply to the master's program that has the pipeline into blah, blah, blah company while staying at the current company, or wait for another opportunity to present itself? Wait a minute, wait. So you can't do both. So you have 3 options. You want to know, should you apply to the master's program, or stay at the current company, or wait for another opportunity? Let's see what comes out. See what comes out. I'm just going to move the cards down. Actually, I'll do this so you can see it better. Okay. Okay, so your tarot cards are the 6 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Hermit, Ace of Wands, Five of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. For that role that you want to get with that company, if you do that master program, or program that you talked about in your backstory, there's a lot of competition for that program. They select a certain amount of folks. I'm not trying to discourage you, but it is something to consider. I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but as far as the certification and the degree and the accolades that come with it, that's one thing, and you'll be able to get an opportunity elsewhere, but I'm not sure if it's going to be with the company that you talked about. What about if she stays? Adjudication, expectation, thought, and child. Yeah. If you stay, the money will come because they really like you. You do everything right for the most part. There's been conversations about you too. They think highly of you where you currently work, and I understand that you don't like the pay or whatnot. I get it, and it's nothing wrong with you wanting more for yourself. It's nothing wrong with you wanting more for yourself. You'll get the money. If you give it another year, you'll get the money. What about waiting for another opportunity? So basically, if you're just going to do the program that's 2 hours away from you to get a chance to work at that company, it's a strong possibility that they won't even select you for that. For real. But if you stay where you currently are, within a year's time, you're going to get the raise that you want. So we answered 2 out of 3 questions. Let's see. What about her waiting for another opportunity altogether to present itself? Yeah. I mean, other opportunities will come, but just like you're not happy with this particular circumstance, it's going to be something about the next opportunities that you're not going to be happy with as well. You better off staying where you are. You got privileged lady, false person, and main female. So something is going to feel deceptive with the new opportunities approaching. Your best bet is to stay where you at. A year later, you'll have the money that you want. If you decide to do the program 2 hours away, you'll get a better opportunity, but I don't see it with, Company J is what I'll call it. Your reading was straightforward, straight to the point. I'm sorry if it's very short, but that's what I got. All right. I sincerely wish you the best, and thank you so much for booking with me. And you have a good night and enjoy your weekend. Bye. Okay, client number 12. All right. Client number 12, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. You want to know, what do you need to know right now? Let's see. What does client number 12 need to know right now? What's at the bottom of the deck? This is at the top, but what's at the bottom? High Priestess. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the back of the Four of Wands, shadow side of, shadow side of the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the High Priestess. They want you to move in silence. I don't know if this is somebody that you live with or in a relationship with the Four of Wands, but you're going to find out they're being deceptive and going along to get along. The Four of Wands on this side talks about false merriment turning into anger. Somebody is hiding their anger and frustration that live with you or in some type of connection with you, maybe romantic, if not platonic or family. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Pisces, Cancer, or a Capricorn. I also have Gemini here. You have a new start coming. Are you trying to move or locate to another job or move to another place? Something that you're working on is going as planned with the Two of Wands here. You have a goal, an idea, or something that you're working on, and it will be successful. The back of the Two of Wands talks about that. Things are going exactly how they need to go. And it talks about ensured success. You also need to know with the Four of Pentacles to be better with your spending and money management. Yeah. Your money management and finances is what they want you to do. And with this Four of Wands, especially if you're trying to move, you want a new start with this Ace of Wands and Four of Wands, but 1 and 4 is 5. There's some type of conflict and it's hidden with this High Priestess. You need to honor your gifts too. You are intuitive and psychic. I don't know if you know that or not, or if you use your gifts, but you should. It can help you with discernment with other people. It can help you be better guided towards better opportunities and better guided away from bad people and opportunities. I'm going to see what I find, what else I find. What is going as planned for my client? Why is the Two of Wands here? Huh. If you've been thinking about moving or getting another job, you're in alignment for that. So it don't even seem like with Judgment and the back of the Three of Wands coming out, it doesn't seem like you're consciously planning for this. It may be something in the back of your head that you want to do and just haven't did much consistent action on it, but you're about to. Something's gonna happen either at work or your current place of residence, and it's going to give you the desire to want to move. Let's see. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Why is the back of the Four of Wands here? That's a fake friend. That's a fake lover, a fake ass family member that they warning you about that's going along to get along. So somebody that you rarely get into it with, or seems problematic, is gonna start being snappy. And it's not because something horrible is going on in their life or PMS or anything like that. They can't go along to get along anymore. I don't know if they ever had to, but I guess to some extent they felt like they did. And they're going to start being snappy and distant because they tired of faking the funk. They tired of pretending about some shit. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, wait. Whoever this fake ass person is, they could be a fire sign. They could be anything on the spread. But I got Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Capricorn here. What somebody threw out into the universe is coming back at them. If they've been good to you, then they're going to be blessed. If they've been bad to you and other folks, the universe is about to drag the shit out of whoever this is. Somebody got it coming. And you'll be able to figure out who this person is based off their bad luck. And they got anger issues with the Knight of Swords. This is the shadow side of the Knight of Swords. They're not a lover. They a fighter. You can't tell them shit. They know everything. They could tell you shit, but you can't tell them nothing. They always right about some shit, even when they wrong in their heart. They could have been right. I don't know. But you... What the hell you got me reading? Who is this? Who the hell is this? All right. Why is the shadow side of the Knight of Swords here? Okay. Strength. Oh, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Strength. The Eight of Swords. Somebody in their head holding back, and an opportunity is about to come where you or someone close to you and this person is going to come across some money, an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles that's going to help them move or get a better job. This could be you because it's lining up with the energy that I already picked up on. And another person's glow up and elevation is going to piss whoever this funky ass energy is I'm picking up on. It's going to piss them off. It's a man. You got the King of Pentacles here, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Back of the World, the Queen of Wands, and the Star. You about to leave somebody mercy energy behind. You're going to leave them and their mercy energy behind. Yep, I got a feminine energy here too. Have you thought about doing social media? You should. You should be seen. I don't know if like you already got something going on or you want to, but you should. You have an online presence or a type of personality and look that you would gain a lot of attention and traction. Yeah, you got the world and the star. If you ain't somebody already, you need to be somebody. I don't know. With strength here in the Ace of Pentacles, maybe you shy. Maybe you are somebody that likes to comment on stuff but don't want to show their face. Man, you ain't got to show your face. That um, there's plenty of commentators that get a lot of traction and a lot of views and stuff and have big channels where you don't see their face. There's a channel called Truth Is where you don't see him or his wife face. There's another channel I think is deleted. I like him, but he hate Drake. I love Drake, but you don't see his face. Go to those YouTube channels and study how they do things and add your flavor to it and give it a try. I think you'll do good. It's something about your voice and how you articulate yourself. And as long as you have good content, screenshots, voiceovers, audio, Vizio, you can be just like them. Nothing's going to stop you. Yeah. You could have been getting me cookies and stuff. I'm not hard to please. I don't need people, I don't require a lot of stuff. But yeah, get your channel, blow up, and just give me some crumble. I love crumble. Their pink sugar cookies they wonderful. I ain't hard to please. I'm joking, but that's what I have. I wish you the best. I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good evening and enjoy your weekend. Bye. What's going on? Why is this not working? It kicked me out of my email. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Client number 13. We're almost done, guys. Thank you. All right, I found number 13. Hold on. I don't know my allergies. Goodness gracious, my allergies are killing me. I'm so sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I need to get up and use like maybe a warm cloth or something. Hold on. It's disrespectful. Oh, jeez. Okay. Allergies are disrespectful. Okay. Okay. I'm ready for you, number 13. Okay. All right. Number 13. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. So, I read your backstory, and the gist of it is you moving, yet getting down debt and understanding the energy shift and still wanting to be in compliance of that 3-year time span to have everything done and falling into place. All right, I'm just trying to minimize it and, get straight to the point. I did read everything. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start with the energy shift. Where's all this fatigue and where's the energy shift coming from with my client? I apologize for my allergies. Goodness. Why the energy shift with my client? Why is she so tired and fatigued all the time? Sorry, give me 1 second. The Queen of Cups, the Six of Swords, Justice, the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, who is a butcher. Okay. You're spiritual and you need to be focusing on something that's spiritual and practical and turning it into a business. It'll allow you to help people. It'll allow you to help also people just grow, develop, and be better individuals. And it will provide you the income that you want. It's going to take time before you get it off the ground. You need to, with justice here, focus on your legal obligations such as debt, making payment arrangements, doing what you can to focus on that. You're fatigued because you're stressed out and you're not feeding your spirit through prayer and meditation consistently. The spirits want you to be strong, create a schedule, commit to it, and, be consistent with it. Commit to how much you're going to pay every month or every week or however frequent you're going to do it. Commit to praying and meditating every day. Yeah, commit to whatever skill set or business that you're trying to get off the ground by learning it more and more, mastering the skill set that you already have. People think because they know how to cut an apple or cut a steak or cut a chicken breast that they're a butcher. It takes skill to be a butcher. You got to know where to cut the animal, how to cut the animal, different pressure points, different, and what those pressure points do, what those areas do if you cut it, and what it doesn't do if you cut, there's still some things that you need to learn in the meantime. You need to ration your time out in a better way so that you're more productive, you're paying stuff down, quenching your spiritual thirst, growing, evolving spiritually while perfecting your skill set that you're going to eventually have a business in. And you're going to be doing something medical mixed in with the spiritual work. What do they call that? Holistic, I think. You're going to be doing something holistic. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing from a spiritual standpoint, as far as like why you've been so tired. You're being pulled in so many different ways at one time that you're mentally and spiritually exhausted, and because of the lack of consistent meditation and prayer, you know you have no way to like really recharge and allow somebody of a good source to pour into you, because your thoughts are overwhelming you, pouring energy in those things, pouring energy into work and worry and stress, that can deplete somebody. That's what it is. You need to drink more water or get better rest, something, one of those things. Are you even eating healthy? So you've stopped doing something important. You've let go of something that you should do consistently. And it got something to do with rest and diet and drinking water. Okay. I'm sorry. There's a little boy. There's a little boy with you. Like a baby boy. There's a little boy here. Cute too. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. I keep hearing whenever you're ready. Now I'm hearing laughter. I believe a child is trying to reincarnate. They're trying to come back, and they're saying whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, they'll be ready. Did I understand that? Whenever you're ready, they'll be ready. Yeah. The Four of Wands. Yeah, that could be a family card too. That's also a card of the ancestors too. Yeah. This is a child that's with you. And whenever you're ready, they'll be ready to come back. That was a random message. I'm sorry. Let's keep moving forward. I broke down your backstory. moving, because I think I covered the energy and getting down the debt. And let's talk about moving. What can you tell my client about moving? What if she continues to go to the state that she wanted to? Mm, yeah, you're right. I'm glad you didn't go. You're absolutely right to have reservations. You could have made it work if you wanted to, but it would have been a struggle in the beginning for a while, at least for about 2 years. And it looks like you just don't have time for that. And I don't blame you if there's another alternative for you to take. You did the right thing by reconsidering moving to that state in question when it comes to your backstory. Let's see. What is your advice? And just so I'm thorough, I'm going to give you your cards. The back of the King of Cups, the front of the Page of Swords, the front of the Page of Wands. I'm sorry, it's the front. Okay, let me start over. The back of the King of Cups, the front of the Knight of Swords, the front of the Page of Wands, the front of the King of Cups, the back of the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So you wouldn't have been happy. And you would have been even more stressed than you are now. The back of the Queen of Cups is somebody that builds resentment over time because she has so much on her plate. She has so much to do. She's responsible for so many things that it overwhelms her. And that overwhelming sensation turns into resentment and regret and unproductivity and burnout, exhaustion. So it's a blessing that you didn't go there and you stayed where you are. Even when the 3 years comes up, maybe you should reconsider going there even then. What do you want? What do you want her to know as far as like other options of where to move? Again, what came out in your backstory in your last reading that you recited in your backstory is coming out again. And here's how. You have the Hierophant, the Three of Pentacles, the Devil, the back of the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups. You're going to partner up with someone. You won't be moving alone, as it was previously stated. You're going to be doing something spiritual when you move. Spiritual, and either it's going to be a combination of spirituality, maybe holistic, maybe even medical, something like physical therapy. I may not be getting the specifics, but I can tell you the arena that it's going to be in. It's going to involve spirituality, holistic healing, and medical services. Maybe it's similar to physical therapy because people are better. I'm seeing joints and shit like this in my head. I'm seeing I'm seeing a man laying down on his stomach on a massage table. A woman puts her finger in the middle of his neck with her right index finger and she grips his pinky toe. She grips his right pinky toe and it relieves some type of back pain. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting. They want you to consider having a roommate too, because it'll help relieve your stress over bills and stuff. You may end up having a partnership in business. And if that's not it, a partnership, like a roommate to live with. Yeah. What side of town? Like, what area? It's giving me details, but it's not giving me like anything to point to from a geographical standpoint. It's just not. Let me see. What suggestions do you have, geographically speaking, on where my client should move, given her situation, the price of living, and building a business? It's going to be a fast-paced, competitive town. King of Cups, Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Again, partnership in a fast-paced town. Partnership in a fast-paced town. It could have like water there. It could be known for different bodies of water. You got water in the Two of Cups and water in the King of Cups, but you got greenery and dry land on the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Five of Wands. That's interesting because the place, I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up on, and I'm a bit taken back, but I mean, what God say is what God say. And I end up moving to a place where my rent was double the price. And it didn't make any sense to me when my spiritual guide said, no, you're going to move to X amount place and it's double, but don't worry about it. My income doubled too. So I was like, oh, okay. How is it that you got to spend more money to make more money? But only God do stuff like that. You're being guided in some way like that. I'm just telling you, like, that's what I'm getting. So back to the geographical part of your reading, which is what we're doing the spread for. The state that you mentioned in your backstory is hella pricey, hella expensive. And the place that I'm picking up on now is even more expensive, if not just as much. Hawaii. I'm picking up on some Hawaii or somewhere around there. There's volcanoes there. There's like dry air. And I know that that could be considered California as well with the dry air because they have the forest fires and stuff from the air being so dry. But it's something maybe tropic like Hawaii, something along those lines. Yeah, it's gonna be like a town like that. Island like, it's dry in some places, wet in bodies of water in other places, green in other places, different shit with the volcanoes in other places. It's gonna have like a variety of different things. Yeah. That's what I have. I'm going to leave it here. I thank you so much for your time and thank you for booking with me. I sincerely wish you the best and you have a good weekend and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Okay, number 14. Okay. Okay, I got 14. All right, number 14. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your 2-question reading. Okay. So you want to know, what does your current job status look like? Okay. I was just using my intuition to decide which deck I wanted to use when I was pausing and thought. I was led to the Kipper. What does your current job status look like? Poverty. You got poverty. Courtship. Thief. What type of shit is this? Oh. Oh. Oh, you got changes coming when it comes to your job status. So it's important that you don't even focus on the current status, because that status that is current now is not gonna stay there for long. Okay. So sorry, I'm using my allergy cream. Poverty, courtship, thief, unexpected income, change, and lovers. You're either going to a different department in an existing company, your role is changing within the company that you work for, or you're going somewhere else. You're going to have choices in the near future with the lovers, and change being your last 2 cards. There's some type of opportunity that's opening up for you. You work around shady people, but you are also looked up to as the source of truth due to your expertise. Perhaps you could have been working there for the last 9, 10 years or so. It looks like you have several years of experience where you work, period. Um, yeah. The relationships with the people that you have there are fake. Uh, why does my client need to know this? Why does my client need to know about the fake thoughts? Thoughts, okay. What else? Message of concern, family room. Okay, so it appears that there are cliques at your job, like people that are friends that work together. They have cliques. They only look out for each other and don't deal with other people, or don't have the best intentions. There are sneaky coworkers around you that may be trying to like make you look bad or inexperienced, or blame some of their mistakes on you. What's going to happen is, in the process of you being set up or lied on, an investigation or some type of like research or background check is going to happen, and they're going to find out you're in the good. I mean, like, you're doing good and somebody else is doing bad, and what was meant to like get you fired or get you demoted or make you look bad or inexperienced in a way is going to elevate you and result into you getting some type of pay raise, promotion, or moving to a better, more peaceful department. Something is getting easier for you, given taking in consideration of how stressful it's been or was. Things are getting better for you this year. This year. This year. You got a few more months of dealing with the BS that you're currently dealing with. And towards the end of the year, sometime this year, things get better for you. And you're not going to see it coming. The 27th, the 9th, the 24th, the 15th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 16th could all be significant to you. Keep being friendly and building relationships with people. Keep being just how you are. The right people see you and will reward you for your work. The wrong people will be exposed. Period. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the job situation. The back of the King of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Swords. And yeah, number 14, stuff is looking better for you. You about to move on. I literally just said this in the other spread, and the Six of Cups then came out. Some type of truth, clarity with the Ace of Swords is going to bring victory to you and elevate you and help you move on to a better situation. You are an OG. You're like this King of Cups energy, and you got a bitch ass page at work that's trying to like measure up to you. You work with delusional, young, inexperienced, childish bitches, and it's a clique of them. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Okay. We're going to move on then, because I think that is that. When repetitive messages start coming out, that's what it's going to be. Okay. Your second question. When does it look like, sorry. I'm sorry. It's towards the end of the segment. What do it look like when I meet someone new? Okay, you want to know what it's looking like for you meeting someone new? Like what's next with somebody new coming into your life? Okay. What's next? What does it look like for my client's love life in regards to someone new? Okay. It looks like, I'm saying this with all due respect, but either you still dealing with a bum or you just got rid of one. Either you are still dealing with someone that is not up to par, that is not of your standards, but you're just like, whatever, let's do this for now until something better comes, or you just got rid of somebody like that. They had bad money management, fake. Somebody is grieving you, and they know that you're going to do better than them. We got an energy of somebody here from the past, and I know you want to know about the new. I'm going to read all the energy that I have, though. 5 of Cups, 6 of Wands, the Fool, Judgment, 5 of Coins, the back of the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. You do have new love coming, number 14. I don't know if you're currently dealing with someone that you're just getting sick of, or you just got rid of them, but the energy is still here. This person is gonna try to like make their way back to you, and you just need to be ready for that because it's coming. Just a FYI. Yep, you need to be ready for that. Now let's get into the new. Now that we got that other energy out of the way. What is this? Hair is irritating. All right, let's clarify this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups has been clarified by the Six of Cups and the King of Swords. So this is somebody that's a manly man. They could be taller than you. They could like birds or have like a small dog. I'm hearing these grown ass men, these tall ass men with these little ass dogs make me sick. That's what that's funny to me. So I don't know if this new person that you're gonna meet has a problem with tall ass man with little ass dogs, or if he is a tall ass man with a little ass dog. But that's what I'm getting. Something along those lines. This person may have like a swimming pool or a pond in their backyard. They could like birds or fishes. They could have like a fish tank or something like that. If they don't have a little ass dog, they could like to feed birds and have like some type of fish tank or pond in their backyard. Okay. What else can you tell me? One more shuffle. I don't know how I channeled that. Three of Swords. Oh, shit. Okay. Three of Swords. Okay, so you got the King of Swords here. Then it's giving me a backstory about your new person's past. So this is how you're going to know it's them. The Three of Swords, the back of the Queen of Swords, already have the King of Swords here. The Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Lovers. This person could be divorced or just broken up with somebody, and you could be like the first person that they get with after the divorce or whenever they're ready to date. The ex-partner or ex-spouse is going to be jealous as fuck of you. There's a history. There's a bit of baggage in your new person's history when it comes to their love life. And the ex-spouse or ex-girlfriend may try to like do things out of jealousy to break y'all up or interrupt y'all quality time because they're resentful and holding a grudge. They're still hurt with the Three of Swords. There's a couple, like this person used to be in a relationship. He came out initially as the King of Swords in this rightful position. The partner, the past partner, along with the Three of Swords, the back of it came out. The back of the Queen of Swords is somebody that throws rocks, hide their hands, they're vindictive, they have a grudge they're holding against people, they focus on revenge. This is a petty bitch right here, so get ready for this bitch. Get ready for this one. For real. Yep, you got an ex-partner that's going to be attached to your new partner that's going to be very jealous of y'all's relationship. Just telling you that. Very bitter because, you know, he chose you over her. So let's get into some oracles. Oracles for the new person. Lord. This could lead to marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. You also have soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. You have played hard. This person could be a good stepper, like R. Kelly stepper. Step, step, side to side. Like how they do the hustles. Like all black people know this hustle. And they do it to the music of Stevie Wonder. My eyes don't cry no more. My heart don't, yeah. It's the regular hustle. One, back, side, you go in like that, then you turn around. I don't know. And your last card is release. Radical acceptance and surrender will help you let go. I don't think this is you or your new partner holding on. I don't. I feel like it's baggage from the past because before I even got to your new person spread, I was getting energy from the past. And then when I actually got to the new person spread, I picked up on their past. So you guys may have a thing or two in common when it comes to the bull crap y'all went through in y'all relationships. Yeah. All right. Don't judge me for getting the wrong hustle. As long as you knew what I was talking about, that's fine. But that's what I have. Thank you for booking with me, number 14. It's been a pleasure to read for you. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Okay. Let's go to client number 15. Okay. All right. Number 15. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. So, you would like to know, get any advice on how to fix the relationship between you and your daughter. I'm sorry. Okay. For this, I'm going to use the Patakis of the Orisha for you. Spirit guides of love and light. What advice do you have for my client on repairing her relationship with her child? Ooh, goodness. Mm, okay. You got the Six of Disc, the Two of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Disc. You guys are so much alike. Goodness gracious, you guys are very much alike. Look at the Two of Wands cards. There's two rams butting heads. That's physically and that's metaphorically speaking over a bowl of water that they're both trying to drink. They don't know how to share points of views, opinions, choices, perspectives. You guys can't get along. And there's Five of Cups here. Apart, like the spirits want you to accept things for how they are right now. And when she comes around, try to avoid confrontation. And when you feel like it's coming on, disengage. somebody has to hold back in some way, and it doesn't mean surrender or being the weaker one. The quiet one, the one that's quick to reason, is really the one that's going to get what they want. It's the stronger one. It's the more strategic one. There's emotions here too. So the Five of Cups talks about finding yourself feeling nostalgic, lost, and unsure of yourself because you've lost something that you feel you can't live without. This is sad, I'm sorry. Yet generally this card also says that we cannot get it back either. Adding insult to injury, we often also lose what we do have by ignoring it. We often also lose what we do have by ignoring it, only to pine for what is gone. Oba was Shango's wife. They're both Orishas. However, she discovered that he had been seeing Oshun on the side, who is also his wife. She was overcome with jealousy and went to ask Oshun what she had that she did not have. Oshun offered to teach her the magic that she had used to sway Shango. She told Oba to cut off her ear, thinking more would be better, and put it in his food to bind him to her forever. Oba ran home and prepared Shango's favorite food. She cut off a piece of her ear and added it to the okra stew that she made for him. When he arrived home and saw what she had done, he was so disgusted that he left her and never returned to her. All right. She overdid it, even though she had the best intentions. And like parents do, we have the best intentions, but sometimes we don't know how to relay that information in a loving and intentional way, to the point that we push the people that we're trying to protect away strictly because we can't deliver it properly, although our hearts are in the right place. It's a fine line between working on things and being moved by desperation or even frustration or even love. It's still a thin line. The more we grasp after things that are failing, the more we will suffer. And this is true for all situations in our lives, not just love. But the cards are asking that you ask yourself if it's time to let go and walk away. This could have been, there could have been an embarrassing situation between you and your child. Could have been a situation of despair at never finding anything as good as what was lost. Relationship issues around commitment or fidelity. Maybe there was a situation between her and somebody else and she didn't like what you were saying. The past could be currently ruining the present and the future. One of y'all could be holding on to something from the past, and because one of you won't let it go, it's affecting what you can have right now and what you can have in the future. There's a lot of healing. There's gonna be a period where you got to give this person space, and one of you will have to let go before the other one does. And there will be times where things will trigger the both of you. But one of you cannot be triggered at the same time from a long-term perspective if you want this relationship to heal, mend, and move forward. So I don't know who's going to be the bigger one, but if one of you are emotional and holding grudges, the other one cannot. Y'all both cannot be on the same type of time. It'll never work. You guys will never recover. They want you to focus on what you have and not what you've lost. If you have left someone or somewhere, do not go back. Don't drink. Don't chase what's running away from you. Do not try to regain what's lost. Do not hurt yourself for others. Do not hurt yourself for others, number 15. Be mindful of people manipulating your emotions too. Your respectfully. I say this out of respect, but I'm your reader. I got to be honest with you. You might have did some stuff that you ain't have no business doing, but it's your daughter isn't particularly a saint either. And I say that respectfully because the next piece of advice is saying be mindful of people manipulating your emotions. Who does that better than a spouse, a partner, and your child or your parents? Who does that better than those people? Nobody, for the most part. So there is a strong possibility that your child has manipulated you based off the emotional state that you're in. They want you to look forward to what you do have and not dwell so much on what you don't have. It's not that you guys will never repair your relationship, but you can't be too attached to the reconciliation and the repairing of that relationship. Let's go to the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of friction. Often, when it shows up in a reading, people are struggling to maintain their independence with others that they are choosing to be involved with. How this tension is handled will determine whether this is a good or bad thing. So at the same time, it's nothing wrong with you standing your ground, but also, you can't be too overbearing. You guys gotta meet in the middle. There's a saying that's called two rams cannot drink from the same bowl. Can you see why two rams can't drink in the same bowl? Their horns, it just won't allow them to do so. You guys are so much alike, more than you want to realize or accept. There is a way for heads to butt in a productive manner, though. When this card is in a reading, everyone involved is making the worst thing. Okay. When this card shows up in a reading, everyone involved, including you and your child, is making things worse with y'all's stubbornness. Deciding whether or not the situation is workable will depend on the motivations of each side. With a clean heart, the situation could be tremendously productive, but if people are unwilling to change, it's better to just walk away. It's better to just walk away. You're in a situation with your child where both of y'all think your ideas are right. You won't budge, they won't budge. People are not in control of themselves. Wanting the same thing is no guarantee of success. Planning and patience are the only way forward. Planning and patience and being calm. Count to 10 before reacting. Drink a glass of water when you're feeling hot. That's basically a metaphor of you just doing what you need to do to calm down when you're upset. Take a break and reconsider the whole thing. That's what I'm getting. This is not something that's going to be fixed overnight. Take it one day at a time. And when one is upset, the other one has to be calm. And it's going to take prayer and patience. That's what I have for you. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for booking with me. And you have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Last but not least, let's go to client number 16 and we're going to wrap this segment up. Hold on. All right, number 16. Last but not least, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well, and let's get into your reading. So you have one question, and that question is, what does the spirit guides have any guidance for you in regards to what's going on with your cousin? Does the spirit guides have any advice for you with what's going on with your cousin? Let's see. What can you tell me about my client's cousin? Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Five of Swords. This is very interesting. It's giving, black magic and bad decision making. Let's see, Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Must accept obstacles in life and work to prepare for them. This includes knowing what you cannot see. No, this includes knowing that you cannot see everything coming. The worst mistake is to ascribe positive or negative agency to the world when this card shows up. The world itself, amoral and without agenda. It is up to us to make life what we want and need it to be. If times are good, plan ahead for obstacles. If life is hard, things will turn around if you face it head on. Everything is in motion. When times are great, it is easiest to be complacent and lose it all. Save for a rainy day. Don't neglect your spirits or ancestors. Cast divination often and make offerings to keep on track. And don't complain. Seems like your cousin got caught up in something that changed the trajectory of their life. And they weren't prepared for whatever storm this was. It created burdens for them. I'm sorry. Let me go to the Ten of Wands, because something, yeah. Proper, wait a minute. Yeah, this is talking about bad choices and lack of preparation. You have one problem to solve in this reading: how to get this person out of the bind that they've gotten themselves into. A dead end with no clear way forward. Too much on your plate and everything suffers. Depression brought on by neglect. So to start the reading off, the cards are alluding to your cousin. And I say this with all due respect, but I have to tell it like it is. The cards are saying that your cousin neglected themselves, did something they weren't supposed to do, and wasn't doing the things that they needed to do, and suffering consequences because of their choices and lack of consistency and responsibilities. They got themselves in a situation that it's hard for them to get out of. This is somebody that you love. And with the Magician here, if you were to do like a ritual for the ancestors to help your cousin, it would work. You're very gifted yourself. But when you pray or do whatever spiritual work that you're going to do, if you decide to do it, you have to wait until your cousin comes to you. Let them take one day at a time to do the work that's necessary to turn their situation around, get justice, get closure, right or wrong, rectify something. Something was done wrong. It seems like your cousin, in turn of not taking care of business or making good decisions at some point, was done wrong. But there could, it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. Why is the Five of Swords here? Deception. Yeah, it keeps talking about neglect when it comes to your cousin. Someone has absconded with something important, often right under your nose. We live in a community or with families. When we live in a community or with families, it is hard to see these kind of things coming. It gets even more complicated if we're hoarding something we could share but don't want to. So there's lack of responsibility, neglect, bad choices, theft, selfishness in some way. There's a lot going on here. Oh, Oya and Shango were lovers. Oya was the only woman strong and fierce enough to match Shango's fire, warrior nature and passion. Together they were unstoppable when they rode into battle. Though most people say that Shango is the lightning, my elder suggests it really belongs to Oya. Because she is the better warrior and Shango likes to take the easy road, she goes first and Shango shows up after. And Shango shows up after as the thunder. Shango was also a talented magician who kept his secret fire in a cauldron hidden away from everyone. One day, Oya found his stash and decided to try it out. As she played with the powder, she found herself able to breathe fire. Realizing that she had gained access to all Shango's powers, she decided to keep them for herself. Okay, with all due respect, it seems like your cousin has gotten involved with somebody that is toxic, and it has affected your cousin and turned them into the very same thing. This could involve a home shared with lovers or family. Sharing power with others is a complicated business. It's not easy to trust that things will go well when this fear shows up. People convey what you have and will try to take it away from you. It's important to decide whether you or they are being greedy. It might be the both of y'all. This card talks about trade secrets are at risk of being stolen. Your lover is thinking about leaving you. Your family wants to take what should be yours. Do not hide valuables in the house. Put them in the bank or somewhere secure. Share with those you love if you want to keep them around. And meditate and connect with your spirit guides to help with change. It seems like your cousin has taken a certain path that has led to destruction of some kind, and this person needs to be prayed for. If you can do a ritual with the ancestors to protect this person and to help them get back on track or get out of a situation that they got themselves into, or even for productivity, since I did get a lot of neglect. I'm not sure if your cousin is doing the neglecting or if your cousin was the neglected. The way that the cards are coming out, it seems like they were doing the neglected. Hold on. That's what I'm seeing. Let me see what else comes out. Like there's certain consequences and repercussions as well as causes and effects when it comes to like the choices that people make. I don't know what you're able to do besides what the spirits had suggested to help your person. You said cousins. Perhaps, you know what I'm going to do? I'm sure you're going to hear this reading. Um, Email me. I think I need more of a backstory. You're my last client. I've been live streaming for several hours. So give me grace. Once I get your email with more of a backstory, I'll do this question over for you. Okay? But that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for booking with me. And you have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night and the weekend. And that will conclude our session for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might pop out in the middle of the night, but I'm not sure. But that will be for the members. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for y'all support, patience, and kind words. Have a lovely evening. Bye.